What's going on, everybody? This is VXG EMP Mike.
What? VXG EMP Mike?
Yeah, man, I want to go to the beach.
You want to go on a vacation? I'll give you a vacation. Hey guys, welcome to Season 3, Episode 4 of Fight Your Rival. I am FYR Natal.
I am FYR Mike, I guess.
Yep. And guys, we're not going to waste any time. Here we go. Here is the Rushdown.
The Rushdown.
So you might have noticed you haven't seen a new episode of the show lately because we're still kind of recovering from Winter Brawl.
Yeah.
It was a great time. We got a ton of videos up that you can check out right on our page. And it was probably my favorite Big E tournament yet.
Oh, most definitely, dude.
All the matches were hype. We actually finally stayed till the end for the first time. We grabbed our seat in Super Bowl style, just watched every grand finals, which everything from Tekken Tag to AE was super exciting. And definitely probably the smoothest run Big E event. Brackets were flying by like that. I got DQ'd because I wasn't expecting brackets to roll out time, but that's, you know.
I got DQ'd also because I read my bracket wrong. That's just what you do when everything's organized. I'm not used to it.
Exactly. So that's a testament to how well it was run.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, it was an incredible time.
Yeah.
Definitely, now I'm just fiending for ECT. I want more tournament action. Yeah, a lot of highlights.
The most fun I had at Winter Brawl 7, besides Sunday watching all the finals, was gathering all those interviews that we got.
Yes.
So shout outs to Tom Lee, AGE NYC Fab, AGE Fanatic, Ricoto, Tricky, everyone else we got, and especially Broken Tears Dominion.
You mean VXG EMP Diamond?
Yeah, and see, he could go to VXG EMP, and you're still FYR Mike.
I just want to go to the beach, man. So speaking of dreams coming true, the Brony saga continues.
Yes.
Just when we thought it was over, the My Little Pony game is technically back in production.
Yep.
They actually were able to get Lauren Faust. She's the artist that I believe does the cartoon. And they're basically gonna create new characters with the engine, which I kind of figured would happen. So they're not gonna be My Little Pony characters, but they're probably gonna be very aesthetically similar, and you know, should make the Brony community very happy, hopefully.
Yeah, the Brony community and the bestiality community can all rejoice they got a fighting game with nothing but animals, and it'll probably just be all ponies. Maybe they'll switch it up. Maybe it'll become violent and become that Bloody Roar status. Everybody remember Bloody Roar?
I hope so.
Yeah, Bloody Roar 1 was awesome. So if the My Little Pony Fighting Against Magic game becomes a new Bloody Roar game, I am totally down for that.
Absolutely.
So speaking of games that need a lot of help and a lot of money, Skullgirls has just recently started a donation drive to help improve the game. The cool thing about it is they have a certain amount of brackets of money that they need to acquire, and if they acquire that certain amount of money, we'll get more stuff. Right now they got enough money to get Squiggly, the new DLC character, announced, as well as her story mode paid for as well.
I believe so.
Yeah, and if they're at 300,000 right about now, and if they make it to like 350,000, they will actually give us our first male Skullgirls character named Big Band. He looks like Q from Street Fighter 3 Third Strike who swallowed a saxophone. That's pretty much what he looks like.
Exactly what he looks like.
At 375,000, you could get his story and stage as well for funding, and then if they go as far as 675,000, they want to showcase all the other characters that they actually had working on.
Well, I actually want to mention, the more money they're raising, if you go on their Indiegogo page, where all the donations are happening, actually the more they raise, they're releasing more concept art of new potential characters. So there's everything from, you know, Marie, the boss character, to Stanley, the shark scientist.
Yep.
So they're just showing that, hey, if we get enough support, all these characters can end up in the game. And I think it's really exciting. I
agree, dude. I think this whole concept is really interesting because it does feel like a fighting game made by fighting gamers for fighting gamers out there. You know, unfortunately the 360 patch is still not out, but let's hope with all this money that they're getting and stuff like that, they spend it wisely and everything gets thrown out there smoothly. Now, if you guys donate to them, whether it's $5, $10, or any amount, $5 minimum, when the new characters come out, you will get that DLC for free. Which is pretty epic. So you could consider paying the $5 towards the donation as a reserve for the new DLC that's coming out.
Yeah, and I mean, crowdsourcing is kind of the way of the future. Bands are doing it to fund their albums.
Yeah.
You know, there's no reason why an independent fighting game shouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
And you know, I love Skullgirls. I'm excited to see it grow. Like Natal said, I just want that Xbox patch.
Yes.
But once they could work their way around that, I think the Skullgirls can be pretty happy.
Mm-hmm.
So while all this Skullgirls DLC might not be out, the game will be at CEO, which the details for that tournament were finally released. CEO is Alex Jabali's tournament. We're in Orlando, Florida, June 28th through the 30th, and is the final Road to EVO qualifier. So it's going to be a huge, huge event. Last year's CEO was one of my favorite events to watch.
Yeah.
Jabali put on a great show. He had the wrestling ring for the stream matches, and he's actually taking that concept a big step further with Fighter Mania Friday night,
Yes.
which there haven't been any details, but he basically said it's going to take exhibitions to a whole new level. So there'll probably be a lot of crazy matchups in AE and Marvel. Everyone's probably going to have really sick entrance music, Titantron, all of that. And that's always my favorite part of any tournament, the exhibitions, so I just can't wait to see what happens.
Yeah, I think it's really a growing trend that exhibitions are probably the main focal point. Because, you know, it is a random lottery pick drawing to see if these two top players will meet each other in pools. So, and if they both don't do well and get out of their pool and they're not in the top 32, then they might not play each other. But exhibition matches, it's a guaranteed. I hope other fighting game tournaments take note and possibly extend their tournaments to 3 days. Because a day of exhibition matches, I think it would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, and that's always my favorite part of any event, and I'm really happy to see the trend grow, especially with Jabali, because just to see our favorite fighting game player step into a ring doesn't get any better.
No, it doesn't.
So guys, that's the end of the rush now, and now it's time for the tweets of the week.
Tweet of the week.
So today's Tuesday, March 5th. If you spent any time at all on Twitter, you'll notice that Triforce basically wrote an odyssey. He wrote a full life story, probably like 20 plus tweets. He wrote a really long rant. Basically, if you've been paying attention to the scene, Empire Arcadia is kind of rising back to what it used to be. You know, they've always been a player development company. They had a bad reputation for some reason. A lot of people don't like Triforce, the CEO. But he's been able to do some great things, and now working with VXG, he finally has the funding to get his players like Dominion and Sanford all over the world, basically.
Yep.
Today he kind of told a story thus far. It was pretty interesting. He actually tweeted, you know, I'll give you guys 5 minutes to get popcorn and a drink, because he went on to tweet for a long time. And he basically talked about, you know, he had a really rough beginning, and, you know, how Empire was once on top of the world, and then they kind of fell, and, you know, the Empire's striking back right now.
Oh my God.
it was pretty entertaining to read, and I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, we're already seeing it. Dominion, you know, I don't think we ever thought he would leave Broken Tier and come back to the Empire, so it seems like they're finally growing into what they're supposed to be, which is awesome.
Besides Triforce being the first to buy a Wii U and also making Empire Arcadia strong again, our homeboy Chris Bond put that back, also has a Twitter post that we would love to share. And he wrote, at STierKnives, thanks everyone for their support. At EventHubs.com, at Shoryuken.com, please RT or share online, thanks. And below it is a link to watch the YouTube video that Chris Bond shot. It's basically a video of AG Knives thanking the fighting game community out there for helping him when he was going through a really rough patch in his life.
Yeah, and it's kind of amazing. I mean, we went over this a few weeks ago with the EVO donation drive and how they raised all that money for breast cancer. And, you know, the FGC gets a bad rap sometimes, and then things like this happen. You know, one of their members is in a time of need, and everyone just kind of jumps to the rescue. So,
yeah.
Props to everyone who helped out. And if you guys don't know, you're probably watching this later in the week, but we do film on Tuesdays. And I actually decided to give M. Bison a follow today, and he wrote me back.
Awesome.
The Lord of Shadowloo himself.
Pretty epic, now he knows.
And let's see what he said. At Mike Strikes Back, Shadowloo welcomes your support this glorious Tuesday. Hey, I'm honored.
I mean, he took time out of trying to figure out how to take over the world to shoot you a tweet.
Yeah. So as always, huge shout outs to M. Bison. I know you're watching out there, big FYR supporter, and you know, hopefully we'll catch that interview soon.
Yeah, can't wait, looking forward to it. So that wraps up the tweet of the week. And here you go, guys, here's our random select.
Random select.
So, Mike, what's your random select for this week?
My random select for this week is actually a comic book series called Saga. If any of you guys have heard of Brian K. Vaughan, the writer, he wrote Why the Last Man, a really popular graphic novel, as well as some episodes of Lost. So he's already a really popular writer, and it's basically a very adult science fiction tale. I mean, if you like Star Wars, Star Trek, anything spacey, you know, this is a very interesting, you'll see characters like you've never seen before, you see monsters like you've never seen before, but it has those classic themes of just a great sci-fi movie put into a comic. So if you're remotely interested in comics or just like great fiction, definitely check out Saga.
Is there sex in it?
Not explicit sex, but There are testicles, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, so they hint at it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And by testicles, I mean a giant monster with giant testicles.
That's what I wanted.
Okay.
It read my mind.
Yep.
My random select of the week is actually music related. It's these two harp playing twins named Camille and Kennerly. I found them on YouTube randomly, and they play harp together, and the coolest thing is they play songs that I love and theme songs that are fantastic. Like, they play Iron Maiden's Fear of the Dark on harp, they play the Final Fantasy theme song on harp, they even play Lady Gaga's Bad Romance on harp. Yeah, I know, it's crazy.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah, but the coolest one is they did the Walking Dead theme song on harp. So guys, definitely check out Camille and Kennerly. They have a website called harptwins.com, H-A-R-P twins.com. They also have a Facebook and YouTube and a Twitter and all the other social media devices that everyone uses, just like how we do. So definitely guys, check out Camille and Kennerly.
I know I'm gonna check it out myself. So I think that wraps it up for this episode of Fight Your Rifle.
Short and sweet.
It's been a short one, but like we said, guys, we got tons of Winter Brawl coverage. Still more to come.
Yes, way more to come. Still got montages for you guys. We've actually recorded the whole venue so you can see the ins and outs of Winter Brawl, so you could feel like you were actually there.
Yeah, so I need to go. I'm gonna try to find a way to get to the beach.
Wait till the summer. It's not that far away. Come on.
Can't wait, dude.
Well, would you feel better if it was snowing outside? At least it'd be like a white beach. It'd be white sand.
No, I need the beach. Like the Caribbean. Like VXG.
Alright, you know what? I'll call up DJ and he will help you guys to the Caribbean and you guys can have fun over there.
Please.
I'll be here chilling in New York. Literally chilling in New York.
It's cold.
Yep, so this is Natal from Fight Your Rival.
It's Mike from Fight Your Rival.
And remember guys,
Keep fighting.
keep fighting.
Hi, this is Mike from Fight Your Rival at Winter Brawl 7, here with Tom Lee from Team Ninja. How you doing, man?
Good. How you guys doing?
Definitely having fun. Biggie tournaments are always a really good time. Last time we were together, actually, was before DOA came out. We had the whole release tournament. So basically, how's